Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on how I ended up fitting the id Cooling IS-60 EVO CPU cooler with just the bottom fan onto the Aorus Pro B550I motherboard into the FormD T1 version 1.1 case. The case is in 3-slot GPU mode, which means there's minimal clearance for the CPU, and so I can't use the top fan, which is why I'm only going with the bottom. When I tried to install this in standard orientation, whoops, that did not sound good. When I tried to do it in standard orientation, the top of the CPU cooler extended about 2 centimeters above where the top of the motherboard is, and that's just not going to fit. It's going to get in the way of the top exhaust fans in the FormD T1 by about like 1 centimeter, so I'd have to do something with like mounting the T1 top exhaust fan to like the top of the case or something if I wanted to fit it like this, which you can do. I didn't want to do that, so I was trying to see if I could fit it, sorry for the camera, guys, trying to fit it upside down like this. Oh Lord, I am destroying this motherboard. Okay, I tried to fit it upside down like this, and one problem I noticed is it seemed to fit well, except you can only move it down so far until you cannot see this, but the fan is like jamming into this cooler here, the VRAM or whatever cooler, VRM cooler. I don't know why I said VRAM. And so that's the problem I face when mounting it that way. But there's a few things I could do that ended up making this work. The first was, you can't see this, but when I loosen these screws, this heatsink thing moves up and down just a little bit. So I loosened the screws, kind of pinched this together, tried to push it down as far as I could, and then screwed it back in just to get that extra like 0.5 millimeter or something. The second thing I did was on the knob to a fan. So the fan's going to be oriented like this so that the plug thing can plug into the socket thing. That's the technical term. What I did to get just as much clearance as I could down here was I sanded this bottom section here that my thumb's on. I just used 120 grit sandpaper because I don't care about polishing it at the end or anything like that. And then the final thing, the secret sauce that makes this all come together. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me get oriented here. It is like this. With the fan on this cooler, oh my gosh, this is very difficult. Okay, with the fan on the cooler, first little thing I did, note that usually these little screw hole thingies have a little pad on them to begin with. Since my fan already has the pad, I just took those pads off, and then that way the fan can sit flush to here and no air leaks. Otherwise it's gonna like look like that or something. There's gonna be like a nice little gap. So I took those pads off, and you can see this one actually, it wiggles up and down. Oh, come on, wiggle, dude. Okay, it wiggles up and down. So same thing I kind of did with that VRM cooler. I pushed it down as far as I could before I screwed it in. So that, plus the sanding, plus doing this, made everything come together and I was able to fit it. I will say, even without sanding, it just barely fit. But it was just a little too close for comfort, and I thought, why not sand it? I'm not hurting anything. So yeah, that's how I got everything to work. Sometime soon I'll post some temperatures and whatnot, but I'm just gonna kind of enjoy this for now. So thanks guys. Please buy my NFTs.